It's me, Jessica Weber, and obviously you guys might know that I've hit 10,000 subscribers and I'm honestly so thankful for that. So I thought this video would obviously be dedicated to all the people who have viewed my videos, commented on my videos, and all that jazz. So obviously we're going to be reading your unpopular opinions or your opinions or whatever, and we're just going to talk about them. I'm not going to hate you, obviously, it's your opinion and you're entitled to have one. I asked you guys in my last video to leave some unpopular opinions, and I also asked on my Instagram if you guys wanted to DM me any. Obviously, I can't pick all of your opinions because that would take me like 500 years, but I'm going to pick out the ones that I thought I could talk about the most and the ones I thought were quite interesting. I'm going to disclude the comments that say EXO and BTS are overrated because that seemed to be quite a popular opinion, and this video is for unpopular opinions, so I'm just going to ignore those comments, so sorry if yours didn't get read out because of that. The first comment I want to talk about is from a commenter called Emily Val, and I specifically liked her number 2 and number 3, in which she talked about how you shouldn't stan a group just because they're so underrated, which I absolutely agree with. I'm going to use Victon as an example here because I googled underrated groups and Victon was one of the first that came up, but I do actually see like a lot of people saying like, oh, stan this group because they're so underrated. Like, I'm not going to stan a group because they're underrated. I want to stan a group if they're talented and nice people. I don't care if they're underrated. As long as they produce good music and they're good people, then that's why you should stan them. And then on her third point, she talked about how she didn't like it when people stand a group just for their members and not their music. And I've never really understood this mindset. For me, standing a group is, oh my god, I can't wait for the next comeback. I can't wait to hear like the sound they come out with and stuff like that. I feel like it's a double package to me. Like, I don't understand like how you can just stand someone for their personality, because I guess just because music means so much to me, I just don't understand how you can like a band without liking their music. However, I do want to add this. I don't think it's bad if you don't like a song that your faves release. Like, you guys know that I am so whipped to Taeyeon, I would let her stand on me in high heels. But just because, like, I didn't like one song by her, it doesn't mean I'm less of a fan. It just means I don't like the song. I still love her and her other songs, but I don't like that song. So, the next comment is from someone called Beatrice Albanese. I'm so sorry if I've just messed up your name there, but she took the time to write an essay for us, so let's all give her a round of applause for that. Thank you, Beatrice, for sharing your opinion. I don't have enough time to talk about all her comments, so I'm just going to talk about number 5. She wrote about how we should stop overly sexualizing or purifying idols, for a lack of a better word. I'm just going to use EXO as an example here, but I personally think it's a bit harder to not sexualize idols, especially when they're out here fucking humping canes, and for a mostly teenage audience, I hope this doesn't sound really weird, but we're all very hormonal, and we're like a mess. We've got all these exams, and then we're watching these guys hump canes. I think the first initial reaction is to sexualize them, and companies sexualize idols, so I do think it is a bit harder to refrain yourselves from sexualizing idols when companies sexualize them, and it's just that time of life where you're kind of learning about that stuff. I don't want to sound like a teacher or anything, but as Beatrice said, we shouldn't just talk about them like they're fucking objects, because that's not right. Beatrice then moved on to talk about softer stands or soft stands. She talked about how they sometimes overly purify idols, which I do agree some of them do, and they automatically say, oh no, don't sexualize them, they're just babies, oh no. You can't sexualize them, they're just too pure and they just want cuddles and they want to stay in their hoodies and they just want to, you can't sexualize them, you can't sexualize them, no, you can't sexualize them. Like, come on, they're grown-ass fucking men. Like, come on. Of course, this only applies to idols who are of age. I just don't think, making them out to be these big, pure babies is just stupid because, come on, they're grown men. Obviously, they're gonna be, having these needs too. They're not pure babies. No, fuck off. Obviously, the legal age is different in all these different countries. I am an 18-year-old girl, so I obviously find it a bit uncomfortable when people sexualize NCT Dream, but I feel like half of the people who sexualize NCT Dream are also the same age as NCT Dream, and they just don't know better. And I'm not saying it's right, but I can understand why people are doing it if they're the same age. But if you're my age and sexualizing NCT Dream, then stop. Our next comment was from someone called lit_67. I cut down their comment a little bit, and their first one was, After School Club is so cringy to me, I can't watch any of their interviews. And I was like, oh my god, yes, me neither, girl. I'm so glad someone agrees with me. It's I can't even describe how cringy it is. And then she said, people need to come up with better names for K-pop groups. Come on, Fromis_9. That sounds like a cringy MySpace username. Not hating, but come on, sis. And I was also like, fucking yes. Like, I just see like the weirdest fucking names, and I'm like, who the fuck thought this up? The user Katie Hines said, just because an idol apologizes doesn't mean they are entitled to forgiveness. And I completely agree with this. I'm going to use Mamamoo as an example just because that's the only relevant example I can think of. Obviously, they did blackface, which is not okay, but they apologized for it. So it is good that they understand that their actions are wrong. But me, as a white girl, it's not my place to accept their apology. It's not my place to accept their apology just because I am white and not a person of colour. Yeah, sure, I'm half Filipino, but it wasn't directed towards Filipinos, if that makes sense. If you are a person of colour that did accept their apology, then that's fine. But if you're a person of colour who didn't accept their apology and was still not okay with it, even though they apologised, I think that's fine because you have the right to be offended by something that was wrong. It was wrong. So yeah, that's my take on it. I wanted to find some opinions that I didn't really agree with as well because I thought it'd be a bit boring if I just agreed with everyone. So Danica's World commented, I don't like Girls' Generation's Taeyeon. Twice is mediocre and Blackpink isn't a real group. As a Twice and Taeyeon stan, I don't really understand how people can't like them. That's just because of a personal thing though. But I need a little bit more of elaboration on the whole Blackpink not being a real group thing. The only reason I can see someone saying they're not a real group is because of their lack of work, which I don't really think is their fault, but I don't know. I don't really know how they're not a real group. I mean, they're four girls singing together as one group. I don't know. I don't get it. Next is from someone called Meg Shanker, and she said, girl groups are kind of boring sometimes. I can't really stand them because they're not as entertaining as boy groups. I think it may be because girls are told to act more demure, and I hate that. I don't like seeing them hold back. See, I actually kind of agree and disagree because I do think a lot of girl groups are told to like hold it back a little bit, and that's why I don't stand as many girl groups. I don't stand that many people at all, to be honest. But I do find that there are a lot of held back personalities, and I don't like that either. But I also don't really like a lot of boy group personalities as well. I think they're too over the top and annoying, and I kind of it feels forced. So I don't know. I kind of agree and disagree. I think boy groups are just as boring as other girl groups. I think that's the reason why I like Twice so much because they just don't really hold back, and I love that. They're just 9 dogs and I love them. This is actually a comment from my friend Jay, and he talks about how G-Idol's debut is a bit overrated. Like La Ta Ta is a really good song, but it isn't revolutionary, and I think it's just an average song. And I thought this comment was just good to spark up some debate because is there a difference between a group or a song being overrated or overappreciated? Or is there no difference at all? I want you guys to talk about. And he added on that little comment at the end saying he doesn't like it when girl groups get compared, and it's one of my pet peeves as well, to be honest. You know, it's like no different from when like people say, oh, so are they the Asian One Direction? Like it's kind of as frustrating as that. Like they are working hard to be themselves, so like stop comparing them. The next comment I decided to put in was Mimos. I think GOT7 musics went really downhill after Fly. They all became cringy and annoying besides Yoongyum and Youngjae. So I've actually been seeing a lot of mixed comments about GOT7 and I'm not sure where I stand on them. There's like no middle ground. It's really weird. I'm either seeing comments that are like really praising GOT7 or I'm seeing comments saying, oh, they've kind of flopped or they've went downhill. It's weird how there's no middle between them anymore. So I'm wondering what you guys think about the whole GOT7 thing because it seems like you either think they're flops now or you think they're underrated. So I think that's kind of a good discussion to go on with there too. So that is it. I'm wondering on your thoughts on the format of this video. For the next time I read you guys' comments, would you prefer it was more quick and I just reacted to them quickly? Or do you prefer how I kind of talked about them more in a bit of depth? I'm not sure what format is really working out. So let me know what you guys prefer because I do like reading your guys' opinions and talking about it, but I can understand if it gets a little bit boring if I ramble on. Like I said in my last 2 videos, I absolutely love reading you guys' comments. So tell me what you think about the comments I showed you in this video, what you think about my opinions. Just let me know. I love reading your comments. On a different note, thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. You know, I always joke about trying to get clout, but it's actually really surreal to me that you guys actually really like my videos and enjoy my stuff. So I actually, like, I don't even know how to explain how, like, happy I am that you guys enjoy watching my videos and commenting your opinions and stuff. So it really makes me happy that I can provide a platform for you guys to, like, just talk, because none of you are fucking rude to each other or anything. You're all really chill, and I appreciate that so much, and I love that so much. So thank you again. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.